Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Happy Batman Day, by the way. Anyway, so this is real tiny, literally tiny farm brewery about 20 miles from my house called S&S Farm Brewery, Nassau, New York. And they've been open for about a year, and I finally went over there last night with my friend Chris, and I got a growler of their blonde ale and their IPA. So this is going to be a 2-in-1, video review. I'll put my text reviews in the description box. Anyway, so this is the blonde ale. As you can see, it's definitely, it's blonde, pretty clear. Just took a picture outside. If you're watching this on YouTube, go to my website and look at the picture from with the sunlight. It looks really, really pretty. It did have about a 2 to 3 finger head when I first poured it, and it's still pretty well carbed. Yeah, it's a lot of kind of raw grain, like just kind of blonde grain. If you've ever been to a homebrew shop and you see the actual grain, and like you can feel it through your fingers, like it's like almost that kind of smell. And definitely a little bit of like maybe like a touch of citrus or a little bit of floral hops in there. I did drink this beer last night, so it's not my first time having this, but my first time reviewing it, so let's get into it here. Cheers. I would describe the malt character on this as very biscuity. Like that's usually something you kind of associate with a lot of British style beers. It comes through on here. I mean, this is just like eating a biscuit. It's like I want to put some. I wish I had some, like some butter, like like when you go to a KFC or, like a dinner roll. Literally that biscuity flavor comes through in the beer here. You have some nice lacing on the glass too. Lightly bitter. As far as the hop character, like it's maybe like a touch of citrus, like maybe a little bit of lemon. More of like a just kind of general floral hop kind of character going. A little bit of dry bitterness right as it finishes. This is actually really good. Blonde ale, golden blonde ale, I would say for the most part it tends to be like one of my least favorite styles of beer, like almost up like there with Mars and Oktoberfest, malt liquor, golden blonde ales, pale American ales, or pale wheat ales. Those tend to be really boring. There might even be a little bit of wheat in this. If there is, it's pretty reserved. But I gotta say I'm really liking this. Anyways, let's rate this on Rate Beer. For aroma, I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. Love that kind of farm kind of smell, that just the raw grain, clean kind of light floral smell. Appearance, I'm actually tempted to go 5 on this. I mean, look at that lacing on there, especially considering it came from a growler, and the beautiful color, the clarity. I'm gonna go 4 for now. For taste, again, 8 out of 10. Just definitely one of the better, maybe the best blonde ale I've had. Though to kind of qualify that statement, I haven't really had a whole lot of blonde ales. I don't tend to like blonde ale for the most part, so take that for what it's worth. For palate, I'm going to go 5 on palate because I forgot to mention this is only 4.3%, so it's very, very sessionable beer. Very refreshing. I mean, it's not hot out today at all, but this would be a great beer to have, especially in the summer. Wish it came in a can, but very thirst quenching, very crisp. It's thin, but it's not like Bud Light thin. It's definitely refreshing, and it finishes almost completely clean. Overall, I'm gonna say 15 out of 20. That's a total score of a 4 on Rate Beer scale, which is an 8 out of 10 on my scale. So I would say it's a very good beer. I would agree with that. And for what it's worth, like I said, it's probably the best or one of the best blonde ales I've had. So I'm going to finish this up, take a little break, and we'll come back with the IPA. So see you in a minute. Cheers.
Hey craft beer drinkers, have we got a book for you? The Handbook of Porters and Stouts. This book documents the greatest examples of dark beer available on the market today. From old world traditional brews to American craft breweries pushing the boundaries of what dark beer can be. You'll learn about the origins of the styles as well as the brewers behind the beer. Available in bookstores November 11th or pre-order from Amazon at a discounted rate today. Come to the dark side with the Handbook of Porters and Stouts by Josh Christie and Chad Polenz.
All right, I am back with the S&S test batch IPA. So this is, I don't really know much about it. It's 5.7 ABV. I did have it at the brewery last night. So as you can see, this is more of a copper color. The blonde was clear. This has a little bit of a haze to it. You can see some carbonation bubbles in there. And again, this is holding the head better than the blonde did. You know, about two, 3 fingers. That's a really frothy head. Glad the growler maintained the CO2. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I've smelled this before, but it's so good. Like, I'm smelling it again, and it's still impressing me. It's a very interesting combination of like kiwi and like pine. Like almost like if you had any of those New Zealand hops like Nelson and some of those other ones, they tend to have like kiwi, like more like tropical and kind of stone fruit kind of aromas and flavors going. Not citrus, you know, not grapefruit, orange, lemon, not that. More. And so I'm getting that here. I'm getting especially like kiwi, almost maybe like a touch of strawberry, but definite pine in there. Adam, he said they grow Cascade hops there, and Cascade tends to be pretty piney hop, so that's not surprising at all that it would have a piney character going. So let's dig in here. Cheers. The aroma translates to the aroma translates to the taste. Kind of backwards though. Like on the aroma, I noticed kiwi first, then pine. On the taste, it was the opposite. The first thing I get is pine. Just classic East Coast style, like Dogfish 60-minute kind of piney notes going. And then on the back end, I'm getting that kind of kiwi, kind of strawberry thing going. More so kiwi than strawberry. You know, pine up front, like a little resiny, you know, a little bit of that kind of sticky character going. I am not getting like tree bark or grass or any kind of herbal spicy thing going. This is just more, it's just like kind of straight pine, like pine in the first half, and then on the second half, kiwi, mango, papaya, medium to full body, just traditional ale kind of delivery. I love it has like a smooth, soft texture. I mean, it's still pretty, you know, plenty well carbonated, but it's not like crisp and fizzy like a lager or anything like that. Like, this is exactly what it should be for, I mean, it's 5.7% ABV, so, you know, at least medium bodied, heading up towards the more, you know, fuller, bigger body. I'm noticing a little bit of bubble gum here and here too. Almost like Bazooka Joe or any of those, like, you know, like the pink bubble gum, like that really cheap kind of bubble gum. You get a little bit of that flavor on the finish, and it kind of goes with that whole kiwi, you know, tropical fruit kind of thing going on that second half there. I mean, it's like a little sweet, but it's not like, I'm not getting like a lot of like malty sweetness off this. I'm getting kind of just like a lot of amber kind of maltiness on it, but again, like the hops are, you know, totally the star of the show here. I'm really impressed with this one. I mean, look at that lacing on that. That is gorgeous. In fact, right now we're gonna skip aroma, go straight to appearance. 5 out of 5 on appearance. There you go. On aroma, I don't know. It's really nice. I mean, I'm tempted to put 9 out of 10 on aroma. Love the kiwi, the pine, and I kind of get a little bit of that bubble gum even in the aroma there. Taste. The taste is good. It is not great. I would say it's very good as far as flavor. It's just not like super amazing, awesome, you know, mind blowing. I'm gonna give this an 8. It's like a very, very high 8. I could be tempted to do 9, but it's not quite that amazing. Anyways, for palate, I'm gonna go with a full 5 out of 5 again. Overall, I'm gonna say 16 out of 20. That's a total score of 4.3, which is a 9 out of 10 on my scale. I totally agree with that. I mean, I think this is an excellent beer. That's it for this episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Thanks you guys out there for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers.